There's just loads of room outside and I'm on this like beautiful beach. Yeah, it's just weird. So I can burn things. Can you make a blowtorch out of camping gas canister? Guys, I just missed it. It's like a mini hurricane. Just to keep YouTubers off. Farmers yielding shotguns. Just a load of rubbish. Look at this. Hi, I'm Walt, and welcome to the beautiful and intriguing land of Scotland. Join me on my biggest ever road trip around the far north of England and the NC500 in my 20-year-old DIY Renault Traffic camper van. In this epic journey, I learn about myself, the landscape around me, and some of the basics of living in a van on the road. There are lots of ups and downs, twists and turns, and plenty of hidden gems are uncovered along the way as I meander into the wilderness. In this episode, I spend 24 hours alone on a beautiful, secluded beach, nearly get blown away, and then move further north towards a rather unusual park-up. Somewhere in the mountains just north of the Isle of Skye. Yeah, I've missed a really good spot for this. It's like an actual oil rig or something down there. An actual oil rig. I'm going to zoom in more. Full HD. You can't see anything. Maps is taking me the other way, so I don't have to drive up there. Probably no worse. So. I've done harder roads than 1 in 5, so yeah. Further up the top. So this is essentially the Scottish Highlands, and it's all a bit like this. It all looks a bit like Skye, to be honest. Although, yeah, this is very similar to Skye, really. There's all this sort of weird dried out kind of heather, or not really sure what you could describe it as really. Probably heather. All looks really parched, like there's been no rain for like decades, but obviously it rains every day, so it's really weird. All the roads are like this. Like this is an A road, and there's like cattle grids and stuff. And it's still like, this is the quietest bit that I've found so far, but it's still like you have to give way every 30 to 40 seconds. There'll be a car in a second. Which I just find amazing still. From what people have told me about Scotland, maybe I just need to keep going a bit further, but I'm pretty far north. As the evening drew in, I was lucky to find this rather spectacular secluded beach, so I decided to stay here for the night. Got this all to myself at the moment. I'm somewhere on the very south bit of the NC500, but or just off it. What a view. Okay, so yeah, I think it's days like today where I really appreciate this van though, because it's like dry, it's kind of a little bit of sun, although it's peeking through the clouds, but it just feels a lot nicer in here, like all the blinds are open, you know, it's like, it's just loads of room outside and I'm on this like beautiful beach, and with these like amazing views outside. So what I'm going to do, I pulled up quite late last night and just needed to cook a batch of food. So I need to turn the van around really so that I can open my sliding door and not be looking at the road. I'm just going to chill here for the whole day, I've decided, and stay another night. And then tomorrow I'll crack on and go looking. It still looks like an absolute mess at this short range camera, but I feel like it feels more spacious today. I don't know whether it's just because I've done the washing up or something. But now I'm like just sat here in the corner thinking, oh, this is all right actually. It's quite comfortable. I did spend all last night looking at LDV buses on Facebook and Renault Master long wheelbase, just out of interest. I think I've basically just decided I'm going to get rid of loads of stuff. Like when I'm home, I think I'm going to ditch that extra cushion and that one, because originally the bed used to come out like round here, like to the cupboard, but I just don't. I haven't used it once like that since I've been on the road because it's just too much effort. I found a good spot like further back on the coast, but it's quite high up. Wind was like phenomenal, and I just didn't want another night of like unbelievably loud wind and like rocking the van. It's like sleeping in a hammock. I think I need to like fix a suspension or something. It's like literally just doing that and it like wobbles back and forth for ages. They probably need some shock absorbers or something, but that'd be alright. It is like driving a jelly when I'm driving around on the road. It's like if there's any wind whatsoever, I'm like just blown into the middle of the road. It doesn't seem to react very well to kind of steering and sort of brakes and stuff. It's always good to know. I think I'm going to go round on the NC500 now. I'm already that high up, so might as well just do it while I'm here, and I might as well just go round. Head to the most northern point. That was kind of like one of the aims at the beginning of this trip, the most northern point in the UK, mainland. I don't know if I'll go to Orkney or anything, because boats do seem to be quite expensive. I quite like the idea of just going on like a little boat trip, like, you know, for like 20 minutes or something. But I don't want to do like a full-on ferry trip to like another island or whatever. The sea's so blue here as well. It sort of makes me wonder what the hell's going on with the seas down in the south. Should I make this my new picture? My new profile picture? Pensive, yet noble. Weird. Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, look how blue that is. We are looking through my window, but I'm such an idiot. Like, I was saying that up and down yesterday. I was like, oh god, I'm so tired. I'm fed up driving, blah, blah, blah. And today I'm like really happy. It's just what you get really, isn't it? Literally, it all depends on how tired I am. Like, if I'm tired, I'm like the grumpiest person in the world. And if I'm alright, then I'm like extremely hyperactively happy. Right, that's better. Right way around now. Yeah, I got bored of staring at the road. I sort of wish that I'd remember to bring my Zippo and like lighter fluid and stuff, you know, so I can burn things. No, just because like this beach is perfect, isn't it, for making a little fire pit, cooking my dinner on it tonight. But I'm not really sure. I do have my little camping stove. I think I'll just use that if it's not raining later. It's not quite the same. Like, I don't have any wood, but I might be able to find some, because there are little bits and pieces lying around there. They look pretty dry. Oh, maybe I could saw that right up, that bit. Just eyeing up some wood there. Be lovely. There's a few bits of like driftwood lying around. So, don't know, but that'd be cool. I've got my camping stove, but you can't really use a camping stove to like light a fire, because that's just like an explosion waiting to happen, isn't it? He's getting ideas. Yeah, can you make a blowtorch out of camping gas canister? I don't think that's safe or even vaguely sensible. Don't know, probably not. I might just use my little camping stove that I've got. I've got a backup one and I've never really used it, so maybe I'll try that. If it's not really windy tonight, because it's pretty windy at the moment. Like, too windy to use that outside. That must be really annoying actually, if you're like always cooking out the back of your car. Yeah, and then it goes windy and it's like, what do you do? Like, because it would just blow the flame out constantly, because even having the door open blows the flame out on my inside one. Yeah, I was talking to my friend last night about Sky, and apparently I'm not the only one that's had this opinion about it. So yeah, so there's a chance that I'm not, you know, just like a miserable grumpy old git who hates all people. But, you know, that might also be true. It's definitely quieter here, but there is, see, when I was parked up in the lay-by, yeah, there's traffic going past, but no one's like pulled up next to me, walked around my van, knocked on the window, and then just like stood there and taken loads of pictures and stuff. Like every 5 minutes for like most of the evening, because that's what was happening at the other one. I was parked like right on a cliff edge with my back door. You could barely stand on the edge before it dropped, and yet there were people like stood behind my van all the time. Like, what's wrong with just standing next to it? Like, there's so much space there as well. Just a bit weird. It's like you can't get any privacy whatsoever. That was my experience over there. Did find a spot a bit like this over there on the south part in sleet, and that was way better. Guys, I just missed it. Fuck, my phone's too slow. There was like a mini hurricane thing, it was like a spiral of wind that was whipping the rain up. It just really small one. It just went right across here. I don't know how common that is. And now it's sort of dissipated over there. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Damn it. If only my phone had loaded quicker, I would have caught that. I'm saying a sentence, but it got blown away. It was very interesting. It's that shade of blue of the loch. I don't know how you say it. The lochs that stretch out into the sea, in particular around Ullapool, are very dramatic. Just going for a little walk, about a mile down this road, see what's down here. I just don't fancy walking up. Maybe I'll go on the coastal path later, but it's just nice to walk on a bit of flat ground for once. Yeah, stretch the old legs. Let's go to the end of the earth. What a great view. Oh, look at that. Oh, look right. And look left, just to make sure. Yeah, there's a cattle grid here, just to keep YouTubers off. In terms of landscape, this area of Scotland is definitely my favourite in the entire trip. Look at these cliffs up there. This whole place looks a bit like it's got a filter on it. It's all this like driftwood and stuff. It's really cool. Like in some sort of movie or something. Private beach. But it was just the light. Oh, this is my favourite little house. I want to live there. It's a cottage on the side. It looks empty. It looks like a holiday home. Because it's all a bit more through looking over the other side. I tried to do some commentary, but this was one of the windiest spots in Scotland. That's why everything looks a little bit tumbleweedish. That was probably just a storm or something, but the colours around here are amazing. Doing a fine job of keeping the neighbours up. It's a funny little road this. I couldn't quite figure out if it was like private property or a hotel or something, like right at the bottom. But there weren't any signs, so I just carried on going. And by signs, I mean, you know, farmers yielding shotguns. That is one epic driftwood. Give it a solid 9 out of 10. It wasn't the absolute windiest that I experienced in the whole of Scotland, but it was pretty up there. I was struggling to stand up at this point. My human-induced drone shot. Yeah, I was going to walk up the top of this hill, but again, I just couldn't handle the wind. So I just pulled up in this little park up sort of area. Just had a shower. The shower was a bit dribbly, but you know, got the job done eventually. Yeah, it was alright. It feels so good to have a hot shower. I thought to myself, I just don't need one, it's a waste of time, you know. But then I saw it and I was like, okay, well let's just give it a go and see what happens. And I was like, oh fuck, I've missed hot showers. You don't realise. I just washed my hair properly for the first time in weeks. Yeah, I just feel really clean. I can't describe it. But I don't know, I mean, I can make do. I'm just getting fed up with washing in the cold sink and stuff. And the last few days I've just really not felt like it. So I've been really lazy. Just relied on wet wipes. But yeah, that's good. Got some water. I've started clearing out stuff, which is good as well. So this last phase of the trip might be a bit more organised now. I'm going to have a cup of tea and some lunch and chill for a minute. And then I'm going to go north as far as I can be bothered to go in a day, I think, because there's a park up somewhere north in the Highlands I want to go to, near the caves. I want to try this beach, and then I want to go to the furthest north point. So that's the 3 stops, really. So yeah, there we go. Showers on the road. If you had a shower in your van, it'd be absolutely ideal. If you had like hot water, that'd be so good. Just imagining the pure bliss of hot water. If you could store loads of water. Anyway, I'm thinking about the future again. The future. It's still a pretty fantastic landscape. It's just, I was reading about the deforestation and stuff of Scotland because I was trying to find out what all this heather is all about. It's literally all been deforested over the last few thousand years through agriculture and sheep farming and killing off all the animals that used to kill the deer and keep them in check, and now they just eat everything that tries to grow, I think. So it's quite interesting. And Forestry Scotland have been working to kind of change that. Kind of tempted to stay here tonight. It's only just down the road. It's in this like rubbishy car park, but there's no one here. Just a load of rubbish, and you basically can't hear the road apart from the generator noise. But it's actually strangely relaxing. I was going to just like drive for hours this evening to somewhere, but I don't know. I'll have a think. Just admiring the volcano. my windows. Oh, there we go. There's something about getting away and just watching like a cloud pass over a mountain peak. It's pretty cool. It's just like a totally different environment to being at home or something. Yeah, I think I just needed to stay in one place for a couple of days. Yeah, gonna organise my stuff now. I've been saying that for like 3 days, but I think I'm actually gonna do it because I've stood up and everything, so it feels like I'm doing something. Yeah, this place is alright. I'm glad I drove past it, because now I'm like, right, I want to go around the Highlands. I'm going to do some miles tomorrow, I think. See if I can get up past Alapool, or however you say it. Also, I've decided I want fish and chips tomorrow night, so that's like my incentive to get back on the road. You could easily stay like in this place. If I could find a shop, you'd be completely self-sufficient. I'm sure I'd get moved on eventually, but especially with those public toilets and everything, the showers, and yeah. It's much easier to find places where you can be sufficient in Scotland so far. That's been my experience. particularly south. No, even on Skye actually, there was a place on Skye that I managed to fill up water, find some bins and stuff. Like in England, like just finding a bin, it's like, whereas here they're like everywhere. Like most, like not in this particular spot, but only like 5 minutes down the road. Yeah, right. I'm gonna have a bolognese, which I'm pretty excited about, and I'm gonna cook up some fresh pasta. Not fresh pasta, but you know, not reheated. I'm gonna have more tea. I'm sort of treating myself at the moment. I've been eating loads of like biscuits and chocolate and stuff. Slippery slope. I'm like recovering. I feel like I'm at home now. Like it just makes such a difference, like getting all your chores done, getting organised. And then I think the next stint of the trip is going to be like the last of the heading north. Go as far north as I feel like I want to, and then southbound. And it feels like there's a bit of structure to it then as well, because I've got some stops I want to do on the way home. And I really want to stop in Manchester, but because of the green air zone, I think it's going to be too much of a pain in the arse. Don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. I want to go to a gig in Manchester, but I'm going to go to a gig in Bristol, like I bought a ticket for that, in like a month's time. So I've got like a month to get back. So that feels about right, considering where I am at the moment. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Right, look at this. The fairy lights. So I've got a clear gantry. I am very pleased about this. Apart from these two cushions that are sort of the back for this usually. Well, one of them is. One bag of dirty washing, ready to go. Pretty exciting. Feeling much better. Bag of clothes down there that I'm just never going to use in between the two front seats. Get rid of that pillow thing in the front and a few other bits of crap on the passenger seat. And then I reckon, yeah, clear out some of the stuff under the bed and up here maybe, and then we're good. We've got like loads more room then. Yeah. Next time. No, I'm pretty sure it's Skye. Infinity pool of sorts. Just running around like a kid, like jumping on stuff. Just a bird cave. I feel so much better now.